The battle for the soul of the valley continues, but this time stakes are higher than ever. While Cobra Kai has been on Netflix for some time, Season 4 marks the first one produced by the streamer since its purchase from YouTube TV. Though the creative team remains the same, there are a couple of growing pains that are pretty evident in this new era. But all the same, it's still one hell of a ride.
They're not the only ones teaming up.
Now that Sam and Miguel have convinced their respective senseis to work together, Eagle Fang Karate and Miyagi-Do have one final hurdle to conquer on the way to the All Valley tournament, getting Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso to grow up. Despite agreeing that they'll have to work together to take down Cobra Kai, Johnny and Daniel spend a whole lot of time trying to get past the whole mortal enemies thing. Feuds don't end in a day, but the problem here is that Johnny and Daniel have already spent 3 seasons gradually learning that maybe there are some gray areas in their whole yin and yang relationship. Seeing it remain such a plot point after we spent 3 years with their on-again, off-again frenemyship is a little frustrating. Part of the weirdness of Season 4 comes from a kind of hokiness that wasn't expected, and it's not because they've brought younger characters into the fold. Cobra Kai has always been cheesy, but that cheese has worked more often than not because the series does nostalgia so well. Whether some of that magic was gone because the story focused more on Daniel and Johnny, or because Netflix added some strong why is this happening moments, is anybody's guess. Still, that hokiness is met in kind by a more emotionally challenging season. Tori's story most certainly wins MVP this year, with Hawk coming in as a close second. Each of them find their dynamics challenged in completely different ways, continuing Cobra Kai's strong success with its large ensemble. Perhaps the most complex ride, though, is that of Terry Silver. Thomas Ian Griffith's return to the franchise just hits different. No one was more successful at breaking Daniel LaRusso than Silver in his mind games. The thing is, the Terry we meet is well-adjusted and happy to live his life. But with Johnny and Daniel's tumultuous team-up, Kreese needs his second back in the dojo and has no concerns over ruining his war buddy's life if it gets him back in Cobra Kai. Which sensei will break first? That's a tune-in to Season 4 question. So far as team-ups go, the most exciting pairing by far comes from a completely unexpected source. Amanda LaRusso is mad as hell that this karate nonsense resulted in a bunch of hooligans breaking into her home and threatening her kids' lives. But we see a surprising amount of empathy from her when she learns the story of one of the offending Cobra Kai. The growth we see from both her and this character is perhaps what leaves me most excited for Season 5. What's most compelling about this recent chapter is that nothing really goes the way you'd expect it to. Johnny and Daniel are unable to break their patterns, but that doesn't mean the kids who look up to them can't. No hooligan can't be reached, and no goody two-shoes is above becoming a bratty little bully, regardless of who's teaching who. The complicated relationship dynamics will also strengthen and stretch the connection between Johnny and Miguel in ways that will make you both cheer and cry.
The Man Boys filled you in on the whole mortal enemy karate dojo battling for the soul of the valley thing?
This new season of Cobra Kai most certainly has Netflix DNA for better and worse. Still, the heart and soul of what makes this series what it is still present. A different kind of hokiness is evident in Season 4, but it's met by more complex emotional journeys and unexpected team-ups that will leave its fans counting down the days until Season 5.
51st annual All Valley Under 18 Karate Tournament!
For more, check out our reviews of Hawkeye and the Kingsman, and for everything else, stick with IGN.